Yes. My question is, write a menu driven program for the following. A, to print the sum of s equals to 1 divided by x minus 1, 1 divided by x minus 1 divided by x square plus 1 divided by x cube till the 1 divided by xn. This is number 2, 3, n. These are the power, means x square, x cube, xn, x raised to 2, x raised to 3, x raised to 4. Because here I'm not able to write x square, that's why here I'm doing x2. This is x square. Then b, to print the sum of 1 divided by 1 factorial. It is the sign of the factorial, exclamation sign. Okay, then minus 2 divided by 2 factorial plus 3 divided by 3 factorial. Then dot dot n, and c is exit. Okay, so to print the sum of the series, see over here, menu driven program we have to write. Today I am going to, as we have completed our lesson, that is function. Okay, functions we have completed. So here I am going to show you this menu driven program by using the function column. Okay, in your 9th standard we were not writing the different function. What I will do over here, for this first series, I will make a function, independent, separate function. For this second series, I will make the function, again a different function. Okay, and then I will call these function when we are writing the menus. Okay, so see how I'm doing. First of all, I'm making the method function void series 1. As the series is s equals to, means I have to display the sum of 1 divided by x, then minus 1 divided by x square, then plus 1 divided by x cube till the n series. Okay, so what I will do means here I have to accept two values from the user, n and x. So n I will take as the integer, means till the n I will execute the loop. Then double x. X is what? X is the value by which I will divide by 1 x square, 1 x cube, like that. Okay. So why I have taken in the double, I'll explain you. See that. Now first of all, keep remember here I have to execute the loop from 1 to n. Okay, int I equals to 1, I less than equals to n. Till the n I am executing the loop. Fine. Then here if I mod by 2 equal 0. Okay, I mod by 2 equal 0 means what? If it is even, if I is the even number, see over here, I minus 1 x square. Okay, means if it is the I1, then it is first, if it is the first term 1, then it is plus, it is the second term. Okay, means even, it means it is your second term, so subtraction, then again addition in the third term, means value of the I if is even, then we have to calculate the minus sum, okay, and the power of that I. So see what I'm doing, sum equals to, here I have declared the sum as the double. Very important thing, why I'm declaring it double, because here I have to perform division. When I'm doing the division, so it may possible, or most of time I'm going to get value in the decimal places, otherwise it will not give me the correct result. Only quotient it will display, not the remainder. It will not calculate the remainder, no. That's why here I'm taking it double, and that's why only I'm taking the double x also is the double, because the 1 divided by suppose 2.0, then it will be going to give me 0.55 and like that. Okay, otherwise it will give me 0, and as many as and number I will enter, but it will give me the 0. That's why double here I have taken, and here also in the sum I am taking the double. Now I'm checking if the I is even. If I is the even, then here sum equals to sum minus 1 divided by x square x cube, it is x raised to 1. So here for the power calculation I'm using the predefined method of the math class, that is math dot power. Okay, math dot power x comma I, right? Math dot power x comma I. So whatever value of the x user has entered, that then raised to I means number of I. This first time it will be 1, so x raised to 1. Then the second time it will be 2, then x raised to 2, then x raised to 3, x raised to 4, 5, like that. Okay, then else sum equals to sum plus 1 math dot power x minus I, right? So here if the number is odd, then sum has to be done. Then after closing the loop, here I will display it. And again important, because I want to display the sum. Okay, so here again I am calculating it into the integer. If you are displaying the without converting it, then it will display the result in point. So that is also correct. There is means it is not a wrong thing if you are not making it integer. And if you are giving it as the explicit typecasting, means converting the sum, then it will remove the fraction point. Okay, decimal places it will remove. It's up to you what you want to do. Okay, that you can do. So here I have converted it into integer by using the explicit typecasting. If you don't want to convert it, then no need of the conversion. Okay, then here second series. See, according to the question, first series means the logic of the first series I have explained to you. Then the second series. What is the second series? Means you have to display the sum of 1 divided by factorial of 1 minus 2 divided by factorial of 2 plus 3 divided by factorial of 3. Okay, means factorial of the I. Now again I'm reminding you what is the meaning of the factorial. Meaning of the factorial means if I want to calculate the factorial of the 3, factorial of 4, factorial of 5, suppose I'm calculating the factorial of 5, then I have to do the multiplication from 1 to 5. 1 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 4 multiply by 5. Okay, then it will give me 120. So 120 is the factorial of the 5. Means till that number I have to do multiplication from 1. Okay, 1 2 till that number I will use the multiplication. So here I have given this name, that is fact series. Now double sum d 4 int I till the n as user wants. Then int fact 1. Okay, so here int fact 1. In the int fact 1, int j equals to 1, j less than equals to I. See that second loop I am calculating the factorial till the I. Okay, not till the n, till the I, because every time this I is going to be changed. If it is the first iteration, then factorial of the 1 will be calculated. If it is the second iteration, then the factorial of the 2 will be calculated. And if it is a 3, then 3 factorial. If it is 4, then 4 factorial. Okay, understood? That's why. And here I'm making this fact equals to 1. Every time before entering into the inner loop, fact should be 1. Because every number means if I'm calculating the factorial of the 2, so I will start the multiplication by the 1. If I'm calculating the factorial of 3, then again I will start the calculation from the 1. If I'm calculating the factorial of the 4, then again I will start from the 1. So every time before calculating the factorial, I will use this fact variable as the 1. Then after calculating this factorial of particular number, means particular I will check that I is even or odd. If it is the even number, then according to the question, sum minus I divided by fact. Else sum equals to sum plus I divided by fact. Okay. Then after closing the loop, I will do the, and here also you can use it explicit type conversion. If you don't want it, then don't use it. Then it will give you in the decimal places. Okay, it's up to you. Then yes, these two programs, this separate program I made for executing the series. Now the turn of the menus. What is the menus? Menus means I have to give the choice to the user. So for that, first of all, I will make the scanner object. Scanner sc equals to new scanner, then system dot in. Okay, then after it, I will give the message to the user that enter in the double quotes, enter your choice as follow. Okay, then what the choice we can give, that choice we will write. So what are all the choice I can copy from the question? Yes, these are the choices. Control C, here I'm doing. Then here, at the last line, A, to print the sum of this. Okay, then here I should give backslash n. Backslash n, if you remember, it is your, what is that? Backslash n is your new line. Or without backslash n also, you can do it by forming the different system dot out dot println. Means different three statement you can form if you want, or you can use the backslash n. It's up to you that what you want to do. Anything you can do over there according to your choice. Yes. Then C system dot out dot println, like that. Now user will see the message, and according to the message he will enter. What he will enter? See, A, B, C, not 1, 2, 3. Most of time in the menu driven program we are giving the 1 for this, 2 for this, 3 for this choice, like that. But here we are giving A, B, C, right? What we are giving? A, B, C. It means choice variable should be declared as the character data type, right? So here choice equals to sc dot next. Do you remember? To accept the input in the character care at 0. There is not any specific method to accept the value of the character. So what we will use? Sc dot next dot care at. Okay, like that we can use over here. Then I can put this into the switch. Okay, choice. Okay, switch choice. Yes. Now in the switch choice case, I'm going to form case. Which case? Capital A. Okay. Then case B. Okay. Then case C. Okay. Now if user is choosing A, so what I have to do? I have to call the series one. Okay, so how I will call? Two things I can do. If we are making this method as the static, then automatically this method is going to be called here without making any object. Or if I'm making this method without object, without static keyword, means instance method, then in the main method I need to create the object. Okay, so anything you can do, it's up to you. Suppose if we are doing it static void series. Okay, then here also static void fact series. Then here I will call this method series 1. Okay. See, when I'm calling, when user is placing A. So here just only series 1 and actual parameter I will pass. For the n, I can pass and in fact here also I can accept the value from the user here, n value and the x value. Suppose here I'm giving n 5 and x is 2.0 or 1.0. Okay, this is the calling. Then the break. Okay, then here I will call the second method void series, fact series, and one integer parameter. So fact series, one integer parameter, suppose it is 5, then break, then break. Okay, then see system dot exit 0. If you remember, this is the statement to exit, and in default invalid choice. Invalid option or invalid choice. Right? Okay, let's try. Is there any mistake? Then it will show us. Okay, no mistake. Then let me execute the program. Will not the make the object directly main method I'm going to call. Yes. Enter your choice as follow. Now suppose I'm entering A, capital A, capital A. So output is 1.0. Okay. Now I will do with capital B. Void main, capital B. Enter your choice. So capital B. So factorial till the 5 is 1.0. Okay. Then third one C. Void main C. Exit. So system dot exit. It is exiting. Means stopping the JVM. Okay. Automatically it's exit from here. Understood? Again, you can check that, oh, it was exit.